What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. PayPal link there also. They asked me to put it up, so I'll put it up. Thanks for supporting. This video, though, the video is entitled We All Don't Grow at the Same Pace. In society, when you're 16, you get your driver's license. When you're 18, you got the right to vote and enlist an army and, fight for your country. When you're 21, you get to drink. You can die before you can drink, but that's the old joke. Anyway, sometimes to get into your car insurance is supposed to go down when you're around 25, but that shit ain't true. 30, that shit still ain't true. But there's these benchmarks as far as age goes. But mentally, that's a different story. You think about it. Mentally, you're supposed to graduate high school 18, college 22, grad school 24, 26, depending on that type of thing, right? Well, we all don't grow at the same pace mentally because we all don't come from the same environments, for one. And what I mean by that is you have in a country this vast, you have different upbringings. So something that may be normal to you is not normal to somebody else. So you're not going to be mentally in the same space. They talk about the South. The South has Southern hospitality, right? But if you take that up north, the North doesn't have Northern hospitality. You get what I'm saying? It's a different mentality. So the people don't grow at the same space. The households are different. There's a class difference. There's a intelligence level of the parents and nuclear and extended family that's different. So we're not growing at the same pace. And when we interact with each other, synergy is a lot of times the problem. This is why, it's racially, racially, in a religious sense, in an ethnic sense, we're tribal because we know each other better than we know other people. But as you get older, you wind up hooking up with people who are more so mentally on your page. You still are tribal to a degree, and you still ride with your team, but you want to be around the people who you can actually connect with. And this becomes a problem as you age because, somebody say you're an old soul. And if you're an old soul, the things that people in your age group do, you kind of see how it ends. So a lot of times, somebody wants to do something, maybe it's on impulse, maybe it's just, that's who they are, that's who they came up to be, and you're looking at it like, I'm not doing that. And they're looking at you like, what's the big deal? Now, it could either go right or go wrong. Either way, you have two different ideologies. And because you have two different ideologies, you don't grow at the same pace. This is why they say hindsight is 20/20. Some people, because most people don't have foresight. And you don't have foresight because it's a rare thing, because few people are thinking about how this plays out completely and the circumstances that will be involved with it. So you have a problem. And that's the problem. Talking to BMT earlier today, and in our community, they wanted to stop the Messiah thing from happening on Messiah Complex. And one of the things he's talking about is like, what a Messiah is to a degree is one person who is the intellectual spearhead for the masses. You lay all of the group's problems on the Messiah, and they're going to intellectually figure out the answer for the group, one person. So when you're dealing with people, in your group, in your circle, you have a person who can figure it all out. They don't, and the people around them don't grow at the same rate they do, because you might get comfortable if you feel like somebody is the smart one. They'll figure it out. So y'all not growing at the same pace because you've checked out of the responsibility of being a problem solver. Or you might not grow at the same pace socially because you might be better off with social cues than other people, and you don't get why a person that is not as good with social cues. So they're not going to catch up to you. This is why you see all this still PUA type of game to get guys to get the attention of women, and to get women to get the attention of men, and because people aren't socially on the same level as far as mentality and capability. So you don't peep the nuances of what's going on around you because you don't grow at the same space. That's why some people get it and some people don't. And to some people, it looks stupid. And to some people, it looks ingenious. Thus the problem. Because how to tell if somebody was right in life is something that their life is going to play out. So you can't, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. So one of the true ways to figure out if somebody did the right thing is if when their life is over, or a ways into it, you see how they've grown and evolved compared to the people around them. Because we won't grow at the same pace. Think about it. Some people take education serious when they're young, some people don't. And then you see people regretting that they didn't take their education serious, and people who are living well because they took their education serious. Or a person might have taken entrepreneurship serious or business serious, and they may be a business person or business entrepreneur who's pretty successful because they've dedicated their early years to amassing themselves in a different way, amassing wealth in a different way, so they're more successful, But at the same time, some people have partied, their life away, and now they're trying to start where everybody else is starting from where everybody else has already been. Wonder if there's a shortcut because they partied, right? Some people hustled and lied and manipulated, and some people got ahead, some people didn't. But they weren't able to keep or maintain everything that they hustled for. That's the thing in life. Like, same thing with a skill set. Some people didn't learn a skill, and some people did. So they're at two different places in life because we don't grow at the same pace. And then you start realizing, okay, I should have went left when I went right. I should have went right when I went left. So now you're doubling back, trying to get it together, and remembering when people was telling you, don't do that, do this. But you wanted to do whatever it was you wanted to do. Somebody could have gave you the blueprint, but you just didn't want it at that time, or you didn't want it from them. And issues. Sometimes somebody said something to you years ago and you didn't quite get it because y'all weren't at the same place mentally, but as years progressed and life went on, that thing you didn't get, now it clicks. It's like, oh, this is what they were talking about, because part of the growth has to do with experience. And you don't have to be old to have a lot of experience, but you have to be open to having experiences, to have a lot of experience. And some people aren't open to that at first. So that creates a problem. So at the end of the day, we all don't grow at the same pace because a lot of us are focused on different things. Some of us are focused on a skill so much that we have no social skills. Maybe this is why people are great at one thing and horrible at another, because sometimes your confidence is in what you're good at or what you get praised for, what you make money at, and it causes you to not focus on the other things that you may need. So I'm done with this one. Like, share, subscribe, because we got to say that, because if we don't say that, you just won't do it. Yeah, so we out, man. Peace.